Good morning. Welcome to Floor Yoga. Thanks for joining me. If you're new to Floor Yoga, if this is the first time you've tried it, make sure that you've talked to your doctor or your physical therapist before, as always, before beginning any new exercise program. All right, we're going to centered on our mat. Begin breathing deeply. Feel your body just center. Center, equal weight distribution. Shoulders are relaxed. Your spine feels straight. Everything's stacked where it should be. Take a deep breath, arms circle up. And exhale, let the arms fall. Deep breath, arms circle up. And exhale, let the arms fall. And as they do, bend the knees just a little bit, coming all the way down to the ground, reaching for the mat. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. And now inhale up to half. Putting your hands on your knees, extending the spine. And exhale back down. Feel free to bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Inhale, arms circle all the way up slowly. All the way up. And reaching tall. Deep inhale. Exhale, bending back. Hips come forward, arms go back. And return to center. Deep breath. Exhale, bringing those arms all the way down again to the floor. Bend your knees a little bit. It takes the pressure off the back. Reaching for the mat. Dropping the head, just hanging. Inhale up to half. Exhale back down. Hug your elbows and simply hang in place or gently start to sway side to side. And reach again for the mat. Inhale, arms coming up to half, extending the spine. Exhaling back down. Now inhale, circle all the way up slowly, very slowly. And place your hands on your hips. Stepping back with your right foot. Keeping your hips square. So you want to keep your hips facing forward. And it's easiest to do this if both feet are facing forward, but that is challenging. This is a challenging stretch. With your hands on your hips, legs are straight. Reach forward with your left hand. And now hinge forward at the hip, driving your right hip forward. Your back as flat as you can. And now bringing both hands alongside that left foot. It's an aggressive stretch. If you need to bend your knee a little bit, you can. Bend the left knee, both hands swoop forward, and the right hand will continue on around, moving us into Warrior Two. turn around so you can see me. I'm going to create a little bit of movement here. And we're going to move up into triangle and back to warrior two. So here we go. Take a deep breath, inhaling in. Reaching up to triangle, notice my front knee straightens, and as soon as I hit the top of the move, I'm going to sink back down into warrior two. Again, inhale, reaching up to triangle, reaching tall, and sinking back to warrior two, knees bending. Last time, reaching up into triangle, and sinking back down to warrior two. Hold it here. Take a deep breath. Moving to reverse warrior. And back to warrior two. Bending forward, bring the left arm to the left leg, reaching overhead with the right. An extended side bend. Moving back to warrior two. Right arm is going to circle down and around, moving us to warrior one. Hands together overhead, bringing them down to heart. Stay here and breathe deeply. We'll take this a step further and bring your right elbow to your left knee, twisting outward to the left. And returning to center. Stepping forward onto your mat. Stepping out wide, palms facing the ceiling. Legs are straight. Take a deep breath. Circle. Reaching up, hands together, bringing them down to heart. And as they come down, we are sinking down into goddess. Reaching down, place your hands on the mat. Your right hand is going to reach for the ceiling, and as it does, you're going to straighten your knees, turning your gaze up. Bring the right hand back down, and as you do, bend the knees again. And now the left hand is going to reach for the ceiling, and as it does, straighten your knees again. And bring your left hand back down to the mat, bending the knees as you do. Hands back up to heart. Rising back up. Walk your feet together. We're going to work on our balance. Your right foot in tandem. So your feet are in line like you're walking a tightrope. Right foot in front of the left. Equal weight distribution. Arms come up. Lower the right arm. And bend slowly to the right. And back to center. Arm comes up. Check to make sure you have equal weight distribution on both feet, dropping the left arm and bending to the left. And back to center. Left arm comes up. Deep breath. Both arms come down and we're going to switch feet. So now the left foot is in front, right foot behind. Feet are in tandem once more. Deep breath, arms circle up. Dropping the left arm. And leaning to the left. Back to center. Left arm comes up. Check your weight distribution. Balance, dropping the right arm. And leaning to the right. Coming back to center, right arm comes up. Take a deep breath and lower both. Coming back to the mat. Take a deep breath, arms circle up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhaling up to half. Exhaling back down. Inhale, arms circle all the way up. Placing your hands on your hips. Stepping back with the left foot this time. Remember, we want to keep our hips facing forward, which helps if both feet are facing forward, but reach forward with your right arm and keeping a flat back, hinge forward at the hip, reaching out, driving that left hip forward. And bring both hands down alongside the right foot. You can also place your hands up on your leg if that's easier for you. Bending the right knee. Both hands swoop forward and the left arm continues on around. That's to warrior two. And again, creating a little movement here, we're going to press up into triangle. Take a deep breath, pressing up. And when you reach the top of the move, sinking back down to warrior two. Again, reaching up to triangle. Reaching the top and exhaling down to warrior two. Reaching up to triangle. Down to warrior two. Hold it here. Moving to reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Bending forward, bring the right arm to the right leg, reaching overhead with the left. Returning to warrior two. Left arm circles down and around, moving us to warrior one. Hands together overhead, bringing them down to heart. Stay here and breathe deeply, or twist outward to the right, and I'm going to turn around. Bringing the left elbow to the right knee. This is called twisting awkward in lunge, because it is. Back to center. Stepping forward onto our mat. Deep breath, arms circle up. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling up to half, extending the spine. Exhaling back down. Place your hands on the mat and step back into high plank or modified plank by bringing your knees to the mat. But again, you want to stay in a plank position. From here, we're going to press directly back into downward dog. And begin to walk the knees one at a time. Just simply bend the knee, bend the knee. Breathing deeply, going at your own pace. Still the feet, pressing back into downward dog. Shifting forward to high plank. Lower your knees to the mat and sit back into child's pose. Coming back up to hands and knees, moving to side plank positions. Keeping your right knee on the mat. Extend your left leg back with your toe on the ground. Turn your body as you raise your left arm toward the ceiling, keeping your right knee on the mat. It's a modified side plank position. And bring your left arm down, returning your knee to the mat also. Extend your right leg with your toe on the ground. Turn your body and lift your right arm toward the ceiling. And return your right hand to the mat. On hands and knees, lift your right arm forward and your left leg back. Moving into bird dog positions, doing your best to keep your hips in line with your mat. Return hands and knees to the mat. Extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. And return hands and knees to the mat. Sit back into child's pose. Returning to hands and knees. Arching the back into cat. We're rounding the spine. Drop the head Tuck the pelvis. And now drop your center, moving to cow, lifting the head. Head comes up, tailbone up, dropping your center. And now moving again to cat, rounding the spine. And moving again to cow, dropping your center. Returning to neutral spine. Come to sitting on your mat. And butterfly. Catty corner. Holding onto your toes. Curl your forehead down. Curling the spine, releasing the lower back. Breathing deeply. And release. Extend your left leg out, putting your right foot on your left leg wherever it's comfortable, so as high up or as far down as you need to. Left hand reaches for your left toes, right hand over top. Drop the head and relax. Bring your right hand up toward the ceiling, turn your gaze up, opening up the chest. And bring your right hand back down over top the left. And release, switching sides. Extend your right leg out and place your left foot wherever it's comfortable. Put your right hand towards your right toes, left hand over top, drop the head, and relax and breathe. Lift your left hand up toward the ceiling, turning your gaze up, opening up the chest. And bring your left hand back down over top the right, dropping the head, relax. And release. Extend both legs out. Deep breath, arms circle up. Exhale, forward bend, reaching for the toes. And release. Deep breath, arms circle up. Exhale, forward bend, this time reaching for the balls of the feet, beginning to pull the toes back toward the body. And release. Deep breath, arms circle up. Exhale, forward bend. Reaching for the balls of the feet and beginning to pull the heels off the mat. And release. And come to lying down on your mat. Turn around. Take a deep breath in supine. And bring both knees up, feet flat on the mat. Hands are down by your hips. Feet are close to the body. Take a deep breath. And exhale, pressing your hips up toward the ceiling into bridge. And lower your hips back down. Pull both knees into the body. Begin to rock side to side. Holding on to the right knee, extend the left leg all the way down. And using your left hand, draw the right knee across the body, pressing it down toward the floor. Reach out with your right arm at shoulder height and turn your gaze right. And return to center. Bring both knees up. Draw the left knee into the chest and extend the right leg all the way down. And with your right hand, draw the left knee across the body, pressing it down to the floor. Reach out at shoulder height with your left hand and turn your gaze left. And return to center. Bring both knees up. Feet flat on the mat. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Clasp your hands together behind the right leg. Draw that leg into the body. If this move is too aggressive, you can leave your right foot on the ground and simply put your left hand on your left leg and gently push that thigh away. But if you can do this, it's a very nice hip stretch, very good for the sciatic. Bring your right foot back to the mat. Return your left foot to the mat and cross your right ankle over your left knee and draw the left leg into the body. Return your left foot to the mat. Return your right foot to the mat. Extend both arms out at shoulder height, palms down. And with the knees and ankles and feet together, let them fall as one unit to the left, keeping your shoulders on the mat. Bring your knees up and let them fall together as one unit to the right. Again, keeping your shoulders on the mat. And bring your knees up. And come to sitting up on your mat. Sitting up very straight, spine is straight, Try not to lean back. Keep your spine straight. Take a deep breath. Bring your arms up. Bending to the left, bring your left hand to the mat as you reach overhead with the right. However, keep your spine straight. Try not to lean back. Touching the mat with the left hand, reaching overhead with the right. Keeping your body position forward. Back to center. Body upright. Bending to the right, bringing the right hand to the mat. Keeping your body position forward. Reaching overhead with the left. Very strong core work. And if your body position is forward, you will feel it. Back to center. Bring the right arm up, reaching overhead. Hands together. Bring them down to heart. Deep breath, arms circle up. Hands together overhead. Exhaling, bring them down. Circle up, big inhale. Hands together overhead. Exhaling, bring them down. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a good day.